When that fateful day arrives, when the last Jew breathes his last breath, to whom will the world turn to relieve itself of its burning vengeance? When that day is gone, after it's too late, how will the history of the Jew be taught? What lesson can the departed Jew teach? Let's reflect. Was anti-Zionism truly anti-Semitism? Forgive me. It pains me not to hear you regret the loss of Einstein, Freud, Rothko, Proust, von Neumann, Marx, Abraham, Moses, and Maimonides, and the 1,000 more like them that will never be born. Does your world now seem brighter? Forgive me, I feel not for your crocodile tears that arrive just in time to be useless. Do you, at last, feel silly for engaging in theoretical debates on possible meanings of that complex phrase, that anti-colonial masterpiece, death to the Jews? Will you feel inane then? Feel that your parading was as misguided as it was irrelevant? Forgive me for not allaying your guilt when the obvious was that obvious. What was that dangerous threat of discomfort that followed the Jew from his conception? Did the Jew, with his Abrahamic morals and 10 commandments, gift the world with a guilt and conscience for which it never asked? Did Abraham curse his people when he placed a blade upon his sex and co-signed himself as creator with his Lord, casting his descendants in the role of creator and destroyed? He who creates the world anew, in every moment destroys it too. What covenant has the Jew accepted? When that last Jew is chased into that last corner after yet another period of peace, when the world can finally catch the breath required to plunge that final knife into that final Jewish heart, what then? Do I sound extreme? Must I not, in case I risk sounding ungrateful for the respite of protection the modern Jew has been granted? Forgive me. Thank you for the rented citizenry paid in blood. Thank you for no more pogroms, blood libels, massacres, pyres, inquisitions, expulsions, forced conversions, turned back ships of survivors. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. Sorry for desiring a home where self-reliant protection can be afforded, for relied-on protection always arrived just that little bit too late. Were Hadrian alive to see the success of renaming Judea Palestina, he would be proud of his far greater conquest than land. Is the Jew a constant sore reminder of past collective guilt? Is the Jew your dark mirror, reflecting past sins? And yet, what pathway is open for the Jew to his redemption? Remain as he is and be a leech, parasitizing while not assimilating? Convert and be a Marano, a pig of impure blood? Collaborate and be a Dreyfus, a traitor in disguise? Keep separate and be as a plotting cabal, scheming and deceiving? When the world awakens and the last Jew is gone, what then? Forgive me for not rolling over and finally vanishing. You pesky Jew, you sore reminder, you borrowed time, you ingrate deceiver, parasite, conniver, problem, problem, problem. Was it not Einstein who taught that expecting a different solution to the same problem by changing nothing, you are the fool? What lesson of folly were we here to teach? And did you ever learn? No matter how many Jews you killed, you still, somehow, had problems. As Yaakov wrestled with the angel, we were taught, so too we must wrestle with God. The Jew at last grew tired of wrestling, of justifying his existence, of hiding, of apologizing. Forgive me for not wanting to serve as another future lesson, another moral in a history class, prompt on an essay question, We cannot afford to be another country's past shame. We do not want to be an ever-present pick in Hollywood's saddest movies top 10. Forgive us for no longer desiring to be the object of your next tyrant's mire and the direction his finger inevitably and desperately points when all else fails. Forgive us for sounding alarmist, but recognizing the signs and the doors before our time is up is built into the Passover story recited yearly. Get out before it's too late. Do not wait for the sympathy of any leader for protection, an unfortunate lesson woven into our DNA. When the world is finally rid of its last Jew, will it feel lighter then? We will not pitter-patter into our oblivion. When King David lyricized, "Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil," he said without saying, "For evil fears me."